Hello, hear me now? Great, wonderful. So wait for a few more people before we get started. Um, Dude, I put the link on the Doodle page. We're having difficulty getting in. Yeah, I wonder where everyone is. Nat, Orit, and Howie, thank you for being on time. I think we need to just give it a few more minutes. Tonight's session is it's quite interactive, and if we only have 2 points, you guys are going to have to work really hard. So bear with us a few more minutes. Go and get a cup of coffee, and we will really try get sooner rather than later. those that are online, we're going to we're waiting Carol to join, and then we're going to start. I don't want to keep waiting, so we'll start with what we have. Can you give me a hands up, please, if you can hear me clearly? If I'm talking too fast. If you can hear me clearly. One. So, tonight is actually going to be very interactive. So I'm hoping to have more participants. We'll of course work with everyone that's online. We'll probably land up finishing a little bit early then, because with 2 people it'll go much quicker. So we give 2 more minutes to Carol to join, and then we're going to get going. I'm going to cam off because I'm going to be doing a lot of jumping until application. It's actually distracting me. So hi guys, I'm turning off the webcam. I'm going to share content. Sorry, bear with me. I am as quick on this as Howie is. I'll get the hang of it in a couple of minutes, and we'll be able to be just as good as he is on the tool. I'm trying to launch my top. 1 second, bear with me. Sorry, share with web browser. Okay, great. Great. So I've got you on now, and I'm very excited to get going. We are going to do something a little bit different than the last few sessions. We're actually going to be doing something called on Web 2 applications. So if you're Web 2, please raise your hand. I'd like to know if anyone's heard of Web 2 before. I'm not sure how I'm going to see the raised hands. I'm now seeing my, oh, there we go. I've heard of Web 2. The rest of you have not. Howie, you haven't heard of Web 2? If you could please raise your hands. Wonderful. So I'll just let you know for the little short video on is Web 2. So what is Web 2? So let's see if I can launch in your browsers for you. This video, and it goes like this. back. I'm sharing my screen again with you. Web browser. You should have. Good. So, as I said, today we're going to be learning about two applications. We start off with something which is called the snipping tool. Now, if you've heard of the snipping tool, because I'm sure you all have. Before I can continue to teach you some great tools, I just want to go back to basics, because the snipping tool is something which we're going to need for the next few applications we learn. It's a little trick. You got a snipping tool on your computers, assuming that you are using obviously Windows. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to share my desktop. If you have a look, menu, right? I'm clicking on my start menu. In my menu, I actually have a little app called the snipping tool. The snipping tool is quite a marvelous, useful little thing. A huge fortune. What it is, it basically takes a screenshot of anything happening on your screen. So look, for example, click on it. I show you, and we have able to chunk my screen. Okay? It now puts it into the snipping tool for me, and I'm able to either the image I can save as, or just copy, paste. Exit, and I can start it, snip something else. Trying to see if you are all with me. So please tap your hands if that was a clear explanation of how the snipping tool works. And wonderful. So you're all with me. I just say that it's quite an interesting experience. It's very different to teaching in front of us, because you get people's reactions, and it's very hard for me to know if I've lost you. So if I've lost you at any point, feel free to just send a chat to the group, and I will try to check the chat every once in a while and not keep talking on and on and on. So, my little snipping tool. We will be using the snipping tool in the rest of the so you'll see we have some good uses for it. Go to my browser. Going back to my stop sharing, and I need to share with you a lot of this. It kind of a lot of multitasking. I will share my web content. So that's a snipping tool. We moved on from the snipping tool. That was really just a quick introduction to the snipping tool. And we're going to talk about what a QR code is. We're starting today with QR codes. So some of you probably have never heard the word QR code. Others, I'm sure, have. What QR code? I'd like to open up the mics and see if anyone can actually tell me what they think a QR code is. So if I mute you all, if you'd like to help you and tell me what a QR code is, and I'll mute you. Anyone? Okay, what's a QR code? You've seen on pamphlets, in websites, there's like a little digital code thing that appears, and that's actually called a QR code. A QR is a quick response code. It's a little image that can be scanned without having to input a website or an address, an email. So then you take your QR code and you scan it with a special program called the QR code scanner using your smartphone, which we will in a few minutes. And that allows you to create some of a document. Now, what would we do with a QR code? The question is, what would we do with a QR code at school? Because it's kind of like a marketing thing or a shop. It's can make a huge difference in the classroom. So I'm going to do what the differences are. And then I'm going to actually teach you how to make a QR code, and I'm going to ask you for QR code. So what do QR codes do? So what it can do is it can eliminate frustration of a long web address. We have these really annoying long web addresses, YouTube, and it takes 10 minutes to write it down on board for the kids to copy. With QR code, I'm asking the students to type it in. They literally scan it on their smartphones, their iPads, whatever they're studying with. Okay, and it takes them right to the article that they're looking for. It's really good for children with special needs because, for example, let me give you an example. For example, if you have a homework diary, could you mind turning your webcam off? Sorry, because we've got you online and there's so many screens going on. Right, so I'm going to give you a really practical use of QR code because I haven't just decided to kind of just teach you something that's relevant for the classroom. I've done, and it's amazing. So I find that with my special needs children, with children with special learning educational needs, it takes a long time to copy, it takes them a long time to write homework, by the time they're home, they forget homework, etc., etc., etc. So you can create a code which takes you directly to a homework diary, which would be an online Google Doc. Okay. Every day, come home from school, they scan the code, and on their online Google Doc, they can see what the homework is, and they haven't wasted 2 minutes writing down the homework in class. The teacher obviously has to be pretty organized, but I would imagine that most teachers are organized. Put stuff in every single day, and that way you save your children the difficult copying of the board, and of course that 20 minutes, and important, you've saved them I do its homework because they've actually got no excuses. Everyone with me? Yeah, everyone with me? Awesome. Okay. So another reason we mentioned that it will eliminate the frustrations of a long web address. We've mentioned that it would take students to a designated website, and we've mentioned that it's a way to save time. We use a code for. So it's just nice to have just a change of routine in the classroom, to do something a bit different. It's nice and exciting. The children would get bored if you did the same thing every day. And when you bring a QR code in, they suddenly think, wow, you're talking in language, and they get all excited. And it's amazing. You could do a scavenger hunt with a QR code from website to website, looking for different kind of information. You could QR codes in different parts of the school. So you could stick like big posters around the school with different QR codes and have to look for different information. A great way of making the kids actively involved in the learning process. So I would even say to a degree it's a little bit of great for project-based learning because it's actively going and looking for around the school, and it's all much more exciting. So, question make these codes. As you can see, there are quite a few programs on the web, but I choose to show you how QGov networks. But before I do that, I need to know who has a smartphone, because you're going to need to download the QCode app to your phone in order, or to your tablet in order to scan some of the lesson today. So quickly, all got smartphones. You all got QR code, barcode scanners on your smartphones. That's the next question. How we have got? No? Already changed the mind? Okay. And that's right to the group, and because will help us. We'll do a bit more interactive this lesson. So, okay, so take our smartphones, a few minutes, I want you to take out your smartphone, and you've got an iPhone going to the iTunes, you've got Android going to the Play Store. I want you to look for a program called, I'm going to type it in, called, it's called Enigma. If you have a program, that's fine. I'm going to activate the camera, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Actually, if you can see my phone, clearly or not, it looks like Enigma. Is there enough? No. I don't think it's that clear with the phone. Please, can you all look in your Play Store or your iTunes for a barcode scanner or a QR code scanner, or just look for Enigma. Have you feel to do that? If you have questions, you write them on the group. Omi's got one. Got one. Great. Omi's got one. Okay. Trying to download it. Awesome. I'm going to carry on. For those of you that are studying, hopefully multitask. So the website I've chosen is called Connect. You can see there are loads of websites out there, so really it doesn't matter. I went on Howie's recommendation for this website. I just Google QR code and one comes up first. What I'm going to do now is, it's actually very, very simple. What I'm going to do now is, you can see, you are in a web browser, right? You can see my web browser. I'm going to type in, I'm going to actually link to our group, because put in the link to our website. Okay, see them pasted it in. And you just create short URL and QR code. Okay, I click on it. And now what's happened? It's done things. Okay, the thing is, it's created me this code, which I would like you all to scan and test if it works. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's scan it. If you just give me a heads up, your hand up. I'm testing it as well. for me? Okay, great. So we managed and how we managed, and I'm going to look at others just awesome. Managed. How is that? I do this, I get excited. I'll go back a second. So it's created me. I've got a few things on my screen now. So let's have a look what I've got. The first I've got is I've got my code. I'm going to show you how we would take that code and put it somewhere else in a second. But if you have the screen, it's also given me what's called shortened URL. I mean a shortened URL. On the one hand, I'm saying to you that you definitely try the QR code when you're giving the stuff to do in class. But I'm also totally a teacher who is in the classroom and realize that not every iPad will have the opportunity to scan QR codes, and maybe for some people it would be something that would be used at home and not something you could run the board and do in a computer room because of the fact that we don't have smart iPads in every single classroom. That's my long goal, is to really only, to have been schools that have got iPads. So another round to the long, terrible, annoying website is actually to shorten the URL. And if you have a look here, it's taken from this long URL, which is https site google.com /cpg, and it's actually just giving a shortened URL, which is http://qr.net /cp. So although such a great, it's not anything like URL, it is still easier than the one on the side. So the question is, please add someone. I don't actually know how to add someone at this point, I have to be honest. Sorry, I've just been asked to add someone who's trying to get in. I'm not inviting quick start. Hold 1 second. I'm just trying someone else to this group, to this session. Let's share. You are able to customize the URL code. The truth is that I don't actually, it's not something that you regularly do unless it's some really long-winded URL, but it is good to know that you can shorten it. Let's go back to the QR code because that was the main objective. What to do now is I'm actually going to open it and you have to tell me on the chat how to get functional. How much is functional? The chat is I've generated my my QR code. I'll show you again, Anat. In a minute, I'll redo it again. I'll repeat it. But I take my QR code and I want to put it into something. I want to put it into a website. I want to put it into a document. I want to make a sticker for it. I'll give you a hint. We start a lesson with it. A nifty tool called. Come typing it in the screen first. How you count, but I know you know the answer. So how do I get my code into my PowerPoint presentation or document? Well done, Naomi, you get the prize using snipping tool. Awesome. So on the screen, so that you can see me do it. I'm going to click on the snipping tool. I'm going to get it out. I copy. Open wherever I want to put it for that matter. It's Word. Say paste. And then there's my QR code. And now I'm going to make it bigger. Or do something with it. That. And I'm going to do it again from the beginning. From there, I'm going to go again. I'm going to go into funding. I'm going to QR.net. I'm doing the website that I want the QR barcodes to lead to. So yes, I wanted to go to our seminar. I pasted it in. Actually say generate QR code. Can you see I'm pointing? I go create short URL and QR code. And I open the picture. What I want you guys to do now, I'm going to use your first for today. Where can we find the snipping tool? I'm going to repeat again. We started, I think you might have joined, you were there. You go start snipping tool. If you haven't got the snipping tool in your memory, then you can actually just type in the word snipping. Type snipping. Something interesting. You need working on a version of Windows 7 or more than that. Working on Windows XP, you probably won't have a snipping tool. And what's the difference between the snipping tool to print screen? Well, print screen, you have to put the whole screen and then you've got to take it to Paint and copy out. The snipping tool, you're going to cut off the screen that you want. So in theory, yes, you could take print screen and you could put the screen into Word, and you can, into Paint, and then you can crop what you want. But it's kind of like also a long-winded thing. With the snipping tool, you open up and you cut any section of the screen or the whole screen that you want. There's no question? Howie, I'm going to open your mic because I know you want to add something.
Hi everybody. I just to add that the QR code, I did an activity with it last year. I teach at a primary school and elementary school. I not allowed cell phones at our school, but asked special permission from the principal if we use the cell phones to use to read the QR code. I use the QR codes not as taking them from one internet site to another, but I created text with the QR code. I just typed in a text of the treasure hunt, and I let the kids, I made QR codes and I put them up all around the school, and they had to read the QR codes, and they were given a text, and they had to read the text and decipher it, and then they would move to the next clue. So they didn't. You don't have to take the idea it to another site because you don't necessarily have internet. You can QR any text and make a quick response with code. That's all.
Oh, thanks, Howie, for that. So, what your assignment now is going to be, I'm going to give you 5-6 minutes because it shouldn't take long. What you now is, I want you on the QR code site that we just gave you, QR.net or any other QR site that you want, I want you to create a QR code to any link on the internet you can choose, and I want to paste the QR code into our Doodle document. I'm going to, Howie, if you could just paste the Doodle in the chat, that would be wonderful if you're on it. So I'm hitting that. I want you to all create a doodle QR code and put it into the doodle for us to see. So I'm really going to give you guys 5 minutes to do that. Any questions, you can put them on the chat, or if you want to open your mic. So if you want me to open your mic, just put your hand up. Okay, let's how is your mic open?
Joined, and I have no idea what you guys are doing. It took 45 minutes to join you guys.
Oh, sorry to hear that. I'll need to just very quickly. I can't obviously go back to the beginning of the lesson, but we're taking what's called a QR code. So if you QR.net and you paste the URL in, you should be able to generate a code. If you manage without help, then you can listen to the recording afterwards, because obviously we're going to jump to a new topic, and which you'll be restarting from the beginning. Sorry about that.
Okay, well, where do I need to click in order to create short URL code?
I'm putting the link now for you.
Okay.
If you don't stress, we're going to run, and you can listen to the recording afterwards and see how to do it. It's very simple. Okay, we're happy to have you with us. Welcome.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm going to open the doodle and let's see. I can see that you guys have got this. Can I suggest that once you finish doing your QR code, that you try to scan other people so we can see what they're doing? I see that Howie has given the URL of his school website, and I don't think yours is working. Let me see again. Yours is not working. Try it again. I don't know where it's meant to lead to. The list has given us a link to the firework run. Okay. Let's see what we've got. It's almost pasting this on. What of you? Are you having any? Shannon, have you managed? Sitting there? Okay, what, can I open your mic? Can you explain to me what didn't work? Mic, hear you.
Right.
Show it again?
With the address. Here is address.
What do is, you've got to make sure that you copy and paste it maybe correctly. Could that be the problem?
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to go over the steps again. You're going to click on qr.net. Hold on, I'm going to show you again.
Okay.
I'm going to show you again. Which is it? qr.net. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
And I'm going to, where the cursor is right in the address. So you have to be careful. Maybe the HTTP is duplicated or www.
I can see your page. No, I can't. Maybe I will.
Can you see my page? Are you?
Yes. Now I'm seeing.
Okay, awesome. So if you have a look, it says there's like an empty bar there. It says HTTP, and you would write. I'm going to write here. Paste the URL. You see what that?
Yes.
Copy and paste into there. And click on, and then on here, create URL and QR code. So I'm going to create one for the doodle. So I'm going to take the address. Just keep jumping up me. I'm on. I'm going to code in. And I've got a duplicate. I've got HTTP, HTTPS. So I need to make sure that I delete the one. And then not a problem. The task was to paste a QR code of any website into our doodle. I'll move on now because already 9:30. We need to keep moving with this. So if you haven't got it, I'm happy to email me and I'll try and help you sort this out at another time. Okay. We're going to now to a tool, which is one of awesome web tools out there, and I use it for fun. So I'll start by showing you a short little video. This tool is called Socrates. Okay, I mean, no one's heard of that. Alright. Anyone Socrates? Okay. Oh, you've heard of Socrates? You have, but I think it was from before. Okay. So I know you a short little introduction. Oh, Ronit, you use it. I did, and I use it in Hebrew school. Oh, awesome. So, Ronit, that's great. I'm happy to hear that. And Ronit, you've used Socrates as well? Okay. So hopefully I'll teach you one or two new things about Socrates. For those, I'm going to start off with a short little. No, I don't want that. I want. Okay. A few minutes of a video. Here we go. Socrates, different accents. So this is what I want you all to do. I'll take your smartphones and you to please scan the following code. Now it is. I want you to scan, please. Following code. Coming up. Takes so long to get the up. Right. Following code for me. want you to the following room number. Did it close now? You're going to scan it, it's going to take you, it's going to please enter the room number. I want you to put in the room number to be 770 and to click join room. Have a smartphone, then you go to Pavilion Now. If you've not got a smartphone, you can go to like this. Okay. Right. It's the whole group. You've got number in the chat, I'll write it again. It is 7765. We're going to stop there for a minute because I want to just give you a little bit of an explanation for what exactly we're about to do. Socrative, while you're loading, I'm going to explain. Socrative, smart student response system. What does that mean? By Socrative, you made your classroom with a series of educational exercises and games and to quiz. The teacher is managing it from the one end, and the students are questions from the side. How would you use it? You could on a smartphone, you could use it on a tablet, and you could use it on a computer. So, depending on your abilities in your school, you would choose what the best would be for you. What all to do now is we're going to have another quiz. So I'm going to start the quiz. Okay. Because I haven't launched the quiz yet. So you shall get the first question. You can actually see the first question. So, question out of 5. Please, I'm going to read it for you. I want you to look. Who's next? Anawi, Naomi, and Orit. I can show my screen, but I'm not showing my screen yet because I'm saving that for afterwards. The question is, President, what who answered that? Two days. 3 have said Obama. formula, we will still see. No. Philosopher. 4 people said he was a philosopher. Are you sure? Next question. I'm not even sure what that next question means. Okay, great, guys. So that's an end of using Socrates. But now I'm going to show you how it works. Put hands if you think that's awesome, because I personally think it's an awesome tool. Imagine being great. I'm happy that I'm not alone in this. In a class, and you want to ask, you're teaching an English lesson, and you want to ask your questions, and you want the kids to answer like that, or you are in this lesson, and you want to end off with a short little assessment. So you go into this tool, and you can put the questions in before, or you can just let them answer yes or no answers and have it spontaneous. What do I do? What's that noise? Did you always, or was it just me? What that was. Check this out. Putting in Socrates.com. I'm on response unit. So let's see how it works. If you have a screen, you've got 2 options for logging in. You've got a teacher login and a student login. So we were all the students, but now I'm going to show you how to be the teacher. So the first thing you would need to do is you would need to sign up. Okay, you time in a few minutes to do that. You signed up, so I'm going to just log in. In a minute, I'll give you an opportunity. I'm signing in with my password. Okay. Activity. Right. Now, have a look now. We've got 2 things going on our screen. The first thing is, if you have a look, you can see the room number. The room number for this matter is 76570. Every time you log in, it will generate a room number. So therefore, your children can't wait in the room and wait for your question. It's a room number which comes up every time. Every time you log in, you'll be able to give your kids a new room number. That's an important thing. The next is how many students are in the room. So at the moment, I think that it's the same room number. I don't think it is. I think it can change. As far as I know, it can change. Okay. As you see, I've got 6 students in the room, which is a view. And that got the opportunity to run a few different. But what I would obviously do would be I would create my quiz. So I would create a quiz. I catch quizzes. And either select the saved quiz. So if you have a look, I've a few quizzes in the past here. So let's look. I don't even remember what these are. But let's assume to training. Questions. Okay, sorry, I don't know what is in that training. Just do a new quiz. I'm going to say create a new quiz. I'm going to call it P2G quiz. Just I'm calling it that. And I can input my questions one at a time. So my first question is going, just to go back a second, enable sharing. What does it mean, enable sharing? It means using a unique Socrates I can share my quiz with someone else. So if we finish teachers, we've each got a username, just giving that number, which will come up afterwards, you can just quizzes. The first question is going to be a multiple choice question. Okay, what making up questions with no meaning. What is the day of the week? Then I'm answer 1, Monday, answer 2, Tuesday, answer 3, Wednesday, Friday. And I say that the correct answer is Monday. So I'm ticking Monday because that's the correct answer. Moving to the next question. Choose the question. I want a short answer. Is my next? I'm reading these questions back. You've got to give a correct answer, but I don't usually put a correct answer. Optional. Everyone calls me at school. Okay? And there is an open-ended question, and the kids would be able to type the question. And so I move on, and I type in the multiple choice, and each time adds a question. And the process, I say, question here. Are you having fun? So, maybe. And my answer. I'm going to save my quiz. It's given me the unique number of my quiz, and if I want to share my quiz, number I would give you. Right. Questions until now, or can I carry on? Questions? No? Hands up, or lift your hands up, but should I just assume it from before? The room number. Okay, have a look again. Have the top right corner. Left it says my room number, and on the right it says the room number is 76570. Okay? I want to show you what happens. Now I want everyone to be in the room, because I'm now going to launch the new quiz that I made. So it's called the P2E quiz made. And I'm going to say so we go to the main screen now, and I'm going to launch the quiz. So start the quiz. And the quiz I want. Now I've got a few ways to run the quiz. The option is to do what's called a student-paced quiz, and that means that every time you feedback, and every time the teacher feeds the questions one at a time, they only move to the next question when you allow them to. A student-paced quiz means they can keep moving on. They either want to move to the next one, move to the next one, move to the next one. If you're in a forum where I wanted you to work at my pace, I would use a teacher-paced quiz for the kids to move on. If it's a school or a quiz or a bochan or whatever, then you use student-paced quiz, because you allow each kid to work at their own speed. Now some feedback is something called randomized answer choices, because it doesn't happen in any of your classes, but there's a little occasion when a child decides they want to copy or they want to look at share work with the person next to them. You want to give a real quiz or real test, obviously it's a copy. So if you randomize the answer choices, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to do that. What the shock number? I'll come back to that in a second. Right. You can disable immediate feedback. So again, it depends on what the assessment is. If you want the children to know that they're wrong, it will show them that they got the question right or wrong. If you've got it, it will just keep going to the next question. Of course, I do question explanation. Naomi, to answer your question, if you have a look, Going back to my main screen. Sharing. Manage quizzes. Manage quizzes. Okay. And good question. There's a question because I have to get back to you on that. You show in the managed quizzes, but they can't be making changes. When you save the quiz, it gives the number, but I will learn come with that screen. I'm going to move on now to an option called, clear room. So clear room means that you can remove everyone from your room and then log in again. If the lesson's ended, you can clear the room. You don't want them, still there. Right. So have a look now. I want everyone to log in again to Socrates because I'll show you how it works both sides of the system. So everyone really log in. Only 2 people in the room. I'm telling you it's M. My number is 76570. I'm going to go to see what happens on both sides. So I'm going to start a quiz. So I start a quiz. My duck, one main screen, menu. Quiz. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to write the answers. 4 people in the group. You need to wonder where the rest of you are, but for this matter, we'll just take those. My whole screen seems to be stuck. Just give me a second. Move. I don't know what's not working, sorry. The computer, I just can't seem to do it. On this computer, I don't know why. Allowing me to move forward. Let me try again. Okay, again, I'm going to try this again. Start quiz. Raise questions. Okay, working. Okay, now, the first question will always be, enter your last name and your first name. Okay, it will always be an automatic. My screen is stuck. Can you guys see my screen because it's totally stuck? So second. I don't know what just happened. Alright, so the first will be enter your name. Now if you look at my screen, you can see what the teacher's seeing. So I can see that Orit and Anat have answered. Only 2 that have answered. Oh, brilliant. Ronit is also answered. Ronit and Anat. I've got the option send the next question to the students. Okay? Of the week. Shows me now you can choose if it's a test or an assessment. There are the children is. But if it's an activity in the classroom, you can actually show the kids the graph and the live results. I'm going to go back a minute now to show you now what happens afterwards. At the end of everything, I can download a report, which is pretty awesome because it actually gives me an Excel sheet, shows me. You can actually see my pickup. You can see now that it shows me in an Excel sheet that I've answered the quiz. It gives me the name of the quiz, the time, it gives me the questions and who answered what. So that's even a nutshell. I'm wondering if anyone has any questions. So, it's already 10 o'clock. I'm actually not sure it's late. I was going to give you each an hour to create a quiz, but I'm wondering whether I should just show you the next tool, and then we can do that as part of our for the next lesson. What do you think? Okay, Howie agrees with me. We're good for homework. So, it's really in a nutshell. Play at home, send me if you have any questions. I have an awesome tool. I think that use it in your classrooms. We'll post all the links on the website for you so they're able to actually see what we did. And of course, there's a great user guide in case you need to use Chocolatey. I'm going to do one more tool now, and I'm going to jump now to Wordle. And then we're going to that. Wordle. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. Can anyone raise your hands if you've heard of Wordle? Okay, or written rolling. Join us. Hi, you just joined. I'm going to really rush through this quickly now because we run really short on time. I'm sorry. What I'll do is as follows. I'm going to demonstrate how to do Wordle, and I'm going to let you play with it afterwards. Wordle is basically it's a mind mapping tool. Not exactly. I don't know if mind mapping is the right word. Can you give me another word, someone? I could. Not a lesson. We'll put it that way. Sorry. Let's again. Share. Wordle. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Right, see what Wordle does. Wordle generates words, different of words, it makes them appear differently, it's a great layout. I'm reading that off my slide. What do you do with Wordle? Just ideas. You use Wordle to allow your children to write about themselves and put in a Wordle. Sorry, just to go back, that picture is called a Wordle, and I'm going to show you how to create that in a minute. You want to collaborate and put keywords on a shared page. So you could have all the kids different words in, and you could generate beautiful Wordle. You could copy and paste your syllabus into Wordle, print on an A3 and use it as a display. Start a lesson with your lesson expectations by inputting them into Wordle. You could create a poster. You could use a topic or vocabulary exactly or it. You could a lesson teacher. So back a second. I want you to have a look at what this picture is. This is a text which we took and put into this program, and which appeared more frequently were made bigger, and words that appeared frequently were made smaller. So Wordle came up a few times in my text, and therefore it was bigger. The word tweak, use, schemes obviously appeared once or twice. So depending on the frequency of the word in the text, that's how big the text is. So I'm going to go live again and I'm going to show you how to get into a word, how to Wordle. And actually now I apologize. I just feel like kind of ran away. So Wordle.net. You can all see my screen, right? That's wrong. I don't think it's a www. I'm just going to say Wordle. There's no www. That's actually the problem. Wordle. Word, beautiful word cloud. Okay. Yeah, this is www.wordle.net. You see link. I'm going to paste it into the chat for you. And I'm going to say, basically, I'm going to say create my own. Let's think what we could put in here. So let's have some words. Type some words into input here. Come on, guys. Today we've learned what else? Okay, inspiration. Is there more than one? Shut up your mics. Open. Let's throw some ideas. Imagination. Come on, I can hear you all.
How?
Sorry. How? Okay, it's making a bit of a noise. Let's use them again. Who's my next open? Okay, barcodes. And look what happens. Have a say go. Now, the important thing you need to know is that you need to have Flash. And Java, not Flash. And wait my word out. One blank screen. Cool. After Wordle, I'm able to edit the fonts, I'm able to edit the colors. The Tuxedo, which is really good, only the words are linked. Absolutely. Already there are quite a few programs out there. There are a few great programs out there. I use Wordle, therefore I chose it, but yes, Tuxedo is a great one. I think there's lots of other ones. You can work with whatever you're comfortable working with. Wonderful. So, in my presentation, I just mentioned all the reasons you could use it in the classroom. So, Scratch. Now, let me show you another option. Let's assume that I'm learning. I'm going to Google. Let's use I'm going to say Ariel Sharon because it's a topical topic. I'm going to try and text on Ariel Sharon. Copy and paste. I'm not really putting my copy, paste into my Wordle. Hello. So that's a great way to start a lesson. You want your Wordle picture and for the kids. Now the next question would be, how would I get this into my presentation? So what tool called? Come on, who's going to be first? The snipping tool. So I'm going to show you my desktop. I'm going to stop and I'm going to share my desktop. Share. And to click on the snipping tool. I'm going to copy out. I'm going to copy. I'm in my Word document or my PowerPoint or whatnot. And I start my lesson. That's really Wordle in a nutshell, in a real nutshell. So 2 more words, and actually, Howie, I'm going to open your mic as well now. A few words before we end tonight. So embed it on your school site if you have one. Absolutely, you can embed it on your school site. I'm not going to explain how to do that now. If someone particularly wants to embed it, you can send me an email. I'll be happy to explain to you. I'm going to end off by saying as follows. I hope that you learned something new. I know it was really just a touch of this and a touch of that. Tell me any questions. You can email me or put them on the Doodle page. I do have a little problem I'm going to end off with, and it's that part of the seminar doing the assignments, especially if you're doing it for Ofek Hadash and you're doing it to get it to end one of the Israeli teachers, and I can see that I think only the Israeli teachers are online tonight. We've taken a 30-hour course and we've condensed it into very short time, and part of that is doing the assignment. And very few people, unfortunately, did the assignment on Thursday night. And if you don't do your assignment, they're not going to be able to give you the more. You're not going to get the more to end. So, Howie, I don't know if you want to say something about it.
Yeah, I just think that it's very important that people do the assignments. That's one of the ways that we can see that you need to understand the work that we're doing. And it's very important for us to see that you're keeping up with the work. If you don't do the assignment, we cannot guarantee that you'll get the for the Ofek Hadash.
So are there any questions before we end off tonight?
I just want to say something, that tomorrow afternoon there's a course, an online course. The course running in Beit Shemesh for teachers, and we're going on a tour to the Chon Museum Center, where we're going to go to the Museum of Science. And I'm telling you this is because there are other courses happening all the time, and it's not it's only happening online, and we're happy to do this pilot online. See you again next Monday, and please try and come on time so that you can start on time and finish on time.
One more thing to add, that with regards to embedding next week, I don't know if it's next week, but one of the sessions is going to be on a Google site, and we will teach you then how to embed a Wordle into your site. So for those who don't know how to do it, we will show you. I did have a few more things planned, but unfortunately we just didn't get a chance. So we'll put the presentation up on the website, and you can actually work through it yourself. Any questions, as I said, you're welcome to ask. And I think it's all from me. So have a wonderful evening.